Okay, my beautiful people, my dudes, it's time. The video we've all been waiting for. It is time for the Q&A. I mean the Q&A that's going to answer all of the questions that even I have about my own life. I asked you guys in my Instagram story what you wanted to know, and I was gonna just make a story time, but I figured the questions would be better because I can't tell a story for the life of me. Before I get into the questions, I do want to give you a quick little rundown of who I am, how I got here, and what I'm doing living in Hawaii at 19. I grew up in South Florida. I don't know if you guys know me. If you don't, my name is Lexi. I'm 19. I'm 20. I'm literally 20 years old, and I just said I was 19. I'm a college student who is also working fully remotely online and can pretty much be anywhere to work and do school. Therefore, I decided to move to Hawaii with Hannah, and yeah, that's kind of where it started. I mean, we were only supposed to come out here for 2 months and ended up staying for about 2 weeks and then deciding that we wanted to sign a year lease. So yes, I'm gonna be here for a year. I became friends with Hannah during quarantine of last year, and we started texting, talking literally all the time. And we're both pretty like impulsive and like adventurous and kind of just like to do things in the moment. Like when we think of it, might as well do it right then and there. So we were texting one day and we were like, oh, we should like go to Hawaii for a couple months, whatever. We did it. I mean, we literally started planning the trip right when we had that idea, and I've never known anyone else who's like that ready to go. So we're going to be roommates for a year living in Hawaii. And that's pretty much the basis. That's where we got. That's how I'm here. So I screenshotted a bunch of questions from my Instagram story, and I'm going to read them and answer them, and then I can do a part 2. If anyone wants more, if anyone has more questions at the end of all this, we'll do a part 2. What motivated you to move to Hawaii? Okay, so this one's pretty simple. I love to adventure. I love to experience the world. I love to gain knowledge on different cultures, different things, different places. Because with COVID, it's hard to travel from country to country, even though my ultimate goal in life is to be able to travel to a different country each month and stay there for a full month. That way I can embrace like all of the experiences, all of the culture, and learn what I can about the place that I'm in rather than it just being like a vacation. So Hawaii was the best spot to do that. And I just decided that YOLO. I mean, YOLO is really my biggest motivator with everything I do in life. I live once. I have the opportunity to go do something now and go somewhere. I'm gonna do it. Am I going to film and post more on my YouTube channel? So my goal for my YouTube channel is to just do one weekly vlog and post whatever footage I have and like put it in the vlog, because other than that, I don't really want YouTube to be my main priority, just because I mainly focus on TikTok and Instagram and like do a lot of stuff like in real life and forget to film things just because I always forget to film everything. But with the footage that I do happen to get, I want to make a vlog just weekly, so it's not too much pressure on me and it's still getting some content out there. How often do you work out? Okay, so this question is very interesting to me because I don't even know. I don't know how to answer this question. There's weeks I work out like every day, but then there's weeks where I don't work out even in the slightest. I think when it comes to working out, just do what your body needs. Do what feels good. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to like follow a specific schedule or do a specific thing. Just go with the flow. And if you're not the biggest like fan of working out, do something that makes you active. Go for a bike ride, go for a walk, go for a swim. Things like that are what I love to do, just because sometimes a specific workout is not what fuels me and makes me want to work out more. Just stay active. Do what makes your body feel good, you know? How did I meet Hannah and Mare? Okay, so Hannah and I, like I said, met during quarantine last year. We followed each other on TikTok, so we became mutual friends. Once I started talking to her, we literally would Snapchat like videos all day long. I mean, we got super close just through Snapchat videos. And then we'd talk on the phone every once in a while, text all the time. And we went to Michigan. I went to Michigan to visit her one time, but after that, we're here. Like, this is only our second time like actually interacting with each other, and now we're roommates for a year. So it's pretty freaking epic. Meredith I actually met at the airport on the way to Hawaii. Like, I had no idea who she was. Obviously I knew she was Meredith. We're Hannah's editor, Hannah's best friend, but Mare's not a big plane person, so Hannah was like, hey, do you want to like meet her in Michigan so she doesn't have to fly Hawaii by herself? I was like, frick yeah, like I'll do it, I'll go there. So that's when we met on the plane, and we've literally all gotten so close so fast. I mean, I think that that's bound to happen when you guys just like move in together into like an apartment and you're stuck with each other. But I love these girls, and I get so many comments that are like, are you and Hannah friends? Do you and Hannah beef? Are such good friends. All of us are. And I think that the only reason people tend to ask that is because I haven't been in that many of Hannah's YouTube videos, and that's only because a few of those vlogs were filmed while I was at home in Florida, which is a whole different ordeal. I'll get to that question soon. I wasn't even here to like be in them, and I guess that made people question our friendship, but I just want to clarify that I freaking love Hannah and I love Meredith, and there's no beef between us. We're all like three happy little roommates. How do you stay so positive when things are hard? Okay, so this question is definitely something that I think about often, because in these past few months, I've definitely had a lot more like mental up and down roller coaster moments than I had before these past few months, just because at the end of last year, everything was like very the same for me. Like I was living at home, I was making TikToks every day, I was like going out of town on some weekends, but everything was very just meh. Like it was just one little path. But when I moved to Hawaii and then have to go home and then meet new people and then have to get on a work schedule and then have to buy a car and then get a car stolen, a lot happens mentally and a lot more roller coaster comes in. I have days where I'm like, oh, I hate this. Like I can't do this. I'm too stressed. I'm too overwhelmed. But the one thing that keeps me going, the one thing that keeps me pushing forward is that I know it's only going to get better. I know that things aren't just going to continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse unless I let them. I have the power to create an uphill instead of a downhill. I have the power to turn my thoughts around into, okay, this happened, but what am I going to gain from this? What lesson am I going to learn? And in the moment, I know that that's hard to do. My car literally got stolen. And I was like, where do I find the good in that? Where do you find the good in something like that? And sometimes you don't. But you just have to know the good is coming. And you have to be able to stay positive about the future. Positivity isn't necessarily staying positive at every given moment, but it's knowing that things are going to get better and being very aware of that and very in touch with that. When times are rough, just know it's going to get better. And that'll keep you going. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me pushing. Oh, it's time for the question. It's time for the question. How did your car get stolen? Listen, guys. I don't even know where to start. I was home in Florida, right? I was only supposed to go home to Florida for 7 days because I needed to meet with my accountant, do my taxes, and just kind of like go home to get stuff situated because I'm going to be living here for a year and I had only packed to come here for 2 months. I ended up staying home for 2 weeks and I was supposed to come home at the end of the 2 weeks, but I had to stay an extra week because of one, I wanted to stay home for Easter. Two, I had more taxes and accounting stuff that I needed to do that week. So in that third week that I was home, I was dying to get back to Hawaii. Like I was ready to be back here. I get a call from my friends Chucky and Jack and they're like, hey, we gotta talk to you about something. Like, what's up guys? Like, how are you? I miss you. They're like, keep in mind, I let them use my car because I wasn't using it. Obviously I'm gonna let my friends use it. And they go, we got some bad news. I'm like, oh no, what happened? And meanwhile, I'm starting to realize it probably had something to do with the car. I thought they hit something, someone hit them, you know, something like subtle, something that was an easy fix. Chucky goes, your car got stolen. Meanwhile, this is on April Fool's Day. Obviously, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's funny. No, it didn't. They continued to elaborate on the fact that my car was actually stolen, sent me the police report. Then I had to call my parents, right? And I had to try to tell them, I wasn't home. I had to try to tell them that my car was stolen while I was 5,000 miles away from it. And they didn't believe me because it was April Fool's Day. For like 20 minutes, I had to try to convince them that my car was actually stolen. They didn't believe it at all. That's how it got stolen. Thank goodness freaking gracious, thank the Lord that I had comprehensive insurance, because when I got this car, I bought it in full. I didn't finance it. So I could have gotten like a much cheaper insurance just because you can kind of do that when you own the car. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't even know how that stuff works, but I got full coverage comprehensive insurance, which means if your car gets stolen, insurance is going to cover it. Literally, thank God. I think I'm so grateful every day that I had that, because it would have been a lot of money that we lost. We would have lost a lot of money in the wagon. How it works over here is that insurance and the cops will look for your car for 14 days. And within that 14 days, if they find the car and the damages aren't that bad, they pay for the damages, you get it fixed. If the damages cost more than it would cost to just get a new car, then they just like buy out the car. I don't really know how all this works because I'm still in the process of figuring out the stolen car situation. I'm gonna have Truckee tell the story of how the car got stolen. Cue Truckee.
So basically a month ago, Jack and I went surfing. We took Lexi's car because she was in Florida. We went out surfing. I gave Jack the keys. Like, didn't think much of it. I got out of the water at gas chambers. Like, I didn't know where Jack was. Walked down the street. The car was gone. And I was like, man, like that jerk, like he left me. So I walked all the way back to Sunset, our place at Sunset. And I'm sitting there with our buddy Brendan. And I was like, dude, like, I can't believe Jack did that. Like, that's so mean of him. And then I also said, I was like, there's a chance that car got stolen. So if we see Jack walking up the driveway, that car is gone. Like 10 minutes later, Jack walks up the driveway with the surfboard without the car, walks in. He thought I did the same thing. He thought I left him. He did get it back. It was beaten up. Yeah, it's not fun. So
10 days later, we get a call that the car has been found. So we go to pick up the car from this tow place, right? And they're like, oh yeah, we found it at a rehab center. I'm like, I'm sorry, where did you find it? A rehab center. A rehab center. We look inside the car, right? She's all dinged up on the outside. Someone played freaking bumper cars with my car. We're looking inside. There's blood on the steering wheel. Someone had all of their belongings in the car. It was an ordeal. It definitely was a little scarring. I'm not gonna lie. It was very freaky, spooky, but we immediately took the car to the detail place to get detailed. Now the inside is clean and it feels a lot better. The outside is definitely still all dinged up and banged up and messed up, but we're getting that fixed very soon. I'm actually meeting with the insurance adjuster tomorrow to get all of that stuff fixed and situated. And then we'll know what happens next. In part 2, I'll be able to answer more about the car and if we're keeping her or if she's not staying with us anymore. How long am I staying in Hawaii? I'm gonna be here for a year. Am I in school? Okay, I get this question a lot because I post a lot of day in the lives on TikTok and I don't talk about doing my homework very much. Yes, I'm doing school. Do I enjoy doing school? Not really, but sometimes we gotta do things in life that we don't enjoy, and that's just kind of how it goes. Do you think social media has changed your outlook on life? I actually really like this question because yes, so much, but in good ways and in bad ways. Social media has definitely brought to my attention that people notice every little thing about you and every little move that you make and like find a way to make it look bad, to make it sound bad, to make you feel bad. And that's one thing I really don't like about it. That has also been something that I think has benefited me because I've learned that people are always going to notice the flaws in you and what you do, but now that I've had it happen to me so much, it doesn't even faze me, which means in real life too, when someone has a problem with me, they don't like me, they don't think I'm pretty, they don't think I'm attractive, then it doesn't even bother me because I'm confident in who I am. I love the person I am and I love who I'm becoming. And I don't know, I think that social media has definitely taught me to be able to do that. And in the beginning, that was the hardest part because I was like, no, I'm ugly, everyone hates me, I'm the worst ever. Now I'm like, no, I'm actually pretty cool. And if you don't like me, that's cool. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to know what I'm doing with my life. No one's asking you to. No one's forcing you to. Don't let people convince you how to feel about yourself. What was your first reaction when Hannah asked you about moving to Hawaii? So basically we were just texting. Like we were sending each other TikToks and I sent her a TikTok of this one girl who moved to Hawaii when she was like 18. And I was like, OMG, we should do this. She goes, OMG, yeah. And we literally booked it right then and there. Not right then and there, but we started planning it. We just did it. We were always planning on like moving somewhere together or like her coming to live in Florida for college, but this was definitely unexpected, but everything happens for a reason. That TikTok was on my For You page for a reason, and now we're here. Playlist. This is a random question, but I wanted to answer it anyways. You guys can follow me on Apple Music. It's just Lexi Hidalgo. What I do for music is I make a playlist every month and just add a bunch of like random songs to it, like every song I discover in that month. So they're always all over the place genre wise. And my old roommate Sophie actually taught me this idea. She's my favorite person ever. I miss her. Sophie, I miss you. I love you if you're watching this. Do you ever take breaks from social media? No, but I wish I did. I wish I had a little bit more self-control to get off of it when it's not doing good things for me mentally, but I don't yet. So as of right now, I don't take breaks on social media, but hopefully I will be soon. Be honest. You and any of the Hawaii boys? That's some tea for another time. Guys, I'm just kidding. No, I can't. I'm not telling you any. We're just friends. We're all just friends. We're all really good friends. That's all I'm telling you. However, if you want to like guess in the comments, that would be funny because I always am very curious to see what y'all think. I also wanted to answer how we met these boys. Basically, if I'm just gonna give you the quick rundown and be very honest about it, Meredith and I decided to make Tinder for fun because literally why not? We're here, we wanted to see cute boys, we were excited about cute. I'm just being honest. We had it for like a day, right? Like we scrolled through like one night, like hee, you know, whatever, matched with a couple of people. That was it. I didn't open Tinder after that. Like didn't see who messaged me, who we matched with, blah, blah, blah. Next day we're on the beach, right? And these two guys come over to the three of us and are like, hey, like we saw you guys on TikTok, just trying to be like slick and cool. And they finally walk over and they're like, oh, we're just kidding, you guys want to hang out later? We're like, yeah, why not? Like we met people, we've been wanting to meet friends so badly. So we go over to the boys' house. There's like 7 of them, started with 7 of them, and we all just kind of got super close from then. Like that was really kind of how it went down. I didn't even explain the Tinder part, did I? Yeah, well, I matched with Meredith and I actually both matched with one of them on Tinder, which is how they recognized us on the beach. Yeah, that's it. And then we never went on Tinder again. We just all became friends, and that's the story. But we didn't expect to get so close with these people. I mean, these guys have definitely become like family to us. I mean, we've all become like a huge family, and I know that sounds so cheesy and so cringy, but I really do mean it. Like, I love these people with my whole heart, and there's a few of us left. I mean, we're slowly losing them. Like, Jack had to go back to New Jersey. Everyone's kind of not here anymore except a couple. That's how we met the boys. Okay, so that's really all I'm gonna answer for right now. If you guys have any more questions, I can answer them in another Q&A, but for now, I'm gonna leave it at that. I just want you guys to know that I love you. I'm very excited for the future, and I'm feeling really good right now. I had a long day of like getting stuff done and getting caught up on my life. Worked out. Now it's like rainy, overcast. I want to go to bed early, watch a movie, but I'm really working on getting myself on a schedule. That's something that's been super hard for me to adjust to. Being here is like every day kind of feels like the weekend when you live somewhere as beautiful as this, so it's definitely hard to stay on track. I'm very glad that you guys are on this journey with me, and I really hope that I can at least inspire you to just kind of chase your dreams. I know it's easier said than done, trust me. People are like, oh, well, we can't all just move to Hawaii. I didn't think I could just move to Hawaii either. A lot of things had to happen and had to line up for this to happen in my life. But I want you guys to know that you can't give up on your dream. You have to keep pushing. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. But follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. Tell me what you guys want to see in the comments. This is kind of just like a video to just be like, hey, here's what I'm doing, here's where I'm at. I love you, I miss you, and let's get some stuff rolling. Like, what do you want to see? Let me know. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next weekly vlog. I love you very much. You're amazing. And you deserve the world, okay? I hope you're smiling. I love you. I gotta burp. No, this is probably gonna be a show to edit. I don't have deodorant on. Frick.